Okay. Cool. So I'll try to keep my talk bit short. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys are waiting to hear Shai, but still have to give a bit of overview of what all features we have. And plus, we also have the live profile active at this time. So I can also talk a bit about what all live information we have as part of this interface. So this is your market profile page. As you log in, this is the first page that you see. And here you can zoom in, zoom out, zoom in using your mouse. You can simply click, drag, go back in days, go back, see old information. You can see weekly profile view. You can see monthly profile view. And again, in this also, you can simply go back, see old information. So I hope you guys are already aware of this. Then coming back to live profile. So there are a lot of information that we show in the right panel. You can either right click on any profile and select the display info in right panel option, or for only for the live profile, you can click on this live button and see this information. So earlier in Impolite, we used to have this information in below table, but now we have added all this information in right panel so that this information is visible even on a low zoom state. So it has most of the information that we used to have. And just a moment. Yeah, we had a few bugs with live panel a few weeks ago, but we fixed most of them. Just email me if you guys see any issue. Okay, but this is pretty stable now. You can keep this open when the live session is active. The volume information is there, and it's pretty useful. Also, we have benchmarked the volume information based on past 5 days and 14 days average, which was also the same, which is like carried on from our Impolite days. And here we have these markers. So if you see there is a white dashed line, it would give you an approximate average closing value. So this is useful on days when there is a big move in last 15 minutes, and then if it's an expiry, you would like to know where the approximate expiry would happen. So this is not a very accurate value, but it is within 5 to 10 points of where the settlement happens. So that's what the white line is. Next is your the yellow lines are your IB levels. So we have A and B also marked as yellow. And then we have IB, 2 IB and 3 IB levels marked as yellow dashed lines. Then we have pink lines. The pink single dashed pink line is your second standard deviation from VWAP, and the double pink line is your third standard deviation from VWAP. And then we have these fluorescent TPOs, fluorescent highlighted. So we have two types of highlights. One is simple pink and blue, which is same as this pink and blue, which is VWAP, VPOC, and VWAP of that TPO. And then we have fluorescent red and green, which is your OI, open interest spikes. A lot of this info, guys, is especially the volume percent and all of that advanced info is available only for premium and premium plus users. Basic information is available for in the free version. So these spikes are also available, but it will be a slow chart when for a non-premium user. Apart from this, we have these icons. So these are, there is an autosave feature. Actually, it is enabled by default. And if you go to user settings, you can see this is actually seconds. This I will update. So you can see it is default set to 3 minutes. I have it set to 5 minutes. And what happens is whatever states the charts, so whatever the state of the chart is, it gets auto-saved every that interval. You can also disable it. So what happens is sometimes if you have the same chart open in multiple panels, it sometimes gives alert saying, okay, the bookmark has changed, or the page needs saving, but it is inconsistent state. So that can happen if you have the same instrument open in multiple tabs, and with different setting. So you can either disable it from here, or you can change the setting, or you can just simply open the chart in single tab. There are lots of other settings here. You can explore them. Pretty much obvious, a lot of them. So you have a global volume profile. If you want to see global volume profile all the time by default, then you have, if you want to see all the volume profiles, individual profile-wise volume profiles by default, then you have global profile numbers, volume numbers. So these are again, if you see market profile charts, and if you want to see just the volume profile, so here also, if you see just volume profile, it's just a colored band. But if you want to see the numbers as well, you can here use this option. There is an option in the bottom panel also where you can see these numbers, just in case you wanted to compare the numbers. And then you can also have this from the default behavior you can control from this settings section. So again, the volume profile display also, this profile display also, we have a lot of options. We have side-by-side. First is like only TPO profile is displayed. Then we can have, TPO with volume profile displayed. Then we have volume profile behind TPO, and then we have only volume profile displayed. So, different people, different tastes. So whatever view you like, you can set it either from here, or you can have defaults configured here. And these things actually also get all these settings also get saved when you have an auto setting option. So if you want a chart or an instrument specific setting to be saved, so like for Nifty you want a specific setting, for bank if you want a specific setting, you can have it as part of your auto saved link. You can so it will be default for that instrument, or you can also create a custom bookmark with a specific name. So like if you have a certain composition of a chart, so like let's say this was a sideways move, you wanted to what I did was I pressed on the shift and just clicked on the last profile. It selects all the profiles in between, and you can do a merge. So this is like one beautiful profile, balanced profile. So if you wanted to just bookmark this view, and you wanted to have it open by default, you can create a bookmark name, and this will be visible in your bookmarks list, and you can go to it anytime by default. So all the settings get saved, and you can open it from either your bookmark section, or so here it is. Again, this is a premium plus feature. And then apart from that, we have in our market profile charts, we have both volume-based value area calculations, and we have TPO-based value area calculations. So sometimes volume is not distributed in similar fashion as the time. So you can have, you can simply switch between your volume-based value area and TPO-based value area from either right context, click context, or you can also use these buttons below the chart. see here, this is there is a 3-dot menu where you can see the bookmarks also. And I have also have them listed here. So if you wanted to compare, like, how the volume based distribution is versus the TPO based distribution by just looking at the VWAP and POC. So these terms are also explained in the glossary and user manual. So just in case you get a little confused, you can refer to those pages also. The other settings are, I'll briefly explain. This setting you might not need use, but for line charts, like if you want to set a default setting of how many days data needs to be shown, you can control it from here. And again, number formatting, OI and volume data. So we have options to show both in Indian format, like lakhs, crores, or the US format, which is millions, billions. And again, OI and volume data, by default, we have everything in number of contracts. But if you are used to seeing the total value, you can change the setting to a total value, and everywhere the volume and OI information will be in, total value. So, but yeah, by default, it's contracts everywhere. And I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, you can vary the TPO sizes here. So whenever you save, either auto save or bookmark, you save these settings, these whatever customizations you do, these get saved along with it. So this actually helps if you have a very specific, requirement, like whenever you view a certain chart, you want to see it in a specific settings all the time by default. So this will help you in that. So probably, I guess I have covered most of it. And yes, of course, not to miss this, we have this multi-window view. Again, a premium plus thing. So if you wanted to see charts of different instruments side by side, you can go from this menu and you have these charts loading in their own containers. And these, again, these are in their individual containers. So you can have these charts saved differently, and the settings, etc., would be specific to these charts. And not just this, you can actually also plot line charts from here. And please notice this 3-dot menu in the bottom. It is there for both market profile charts and line charts. So in market profile charts, it will give you a menu to your bookmark links. And in line charts, it will give you all the menu options that we have for different line charts. So you can actually have your spectrum charts plot along with your market profile charts here. So we have 3 different views you can have depending on what type of monitor you use. And if you have a large monitor, you can also have a 2x2 view here. And yep, this actually is helpful if you want to see different charts at once. Okay, so I guess I pretty much covered this market profile. We'll move on to options table quickly. Here, it's our standard, what we had from our MPLite time. So we have top ticker table, which shows latest index, key information, which could be handy in different, understanding or knowing a few key things. So like true range or open, high, low, close. We also have volatility based range values here. So this is like a fast ticker table. It also shows how the premium has been, just some metadata information in case you have some setups where you might need them. Then we have a top information metadata system, which is specific to options table. Okay, and so here you can see the information that is available. It's again tabular view of information. Here, okay, again, we have our OI spikes. We have VPOC, VWAP values between So the bracket values are 3-day composite values, which also includes today's, so the active day data. So it is, so the VWAP would be your, it would act like your anchored VWAP value for past 3 days and today's data included. And VPOC is like, again, it would give you the highest volume concentration that has been in all these days combined. And you can launch your options charts directly from here. It's quite handy. And so if you are watching the chain, and you can see these highlighted, sorry, we have high volumes and high OI also highlighted here. So right now it's mostly high volume. So these orange rows are strikes where the highest volumes are there. You can click on its market profile chart. It will directly launch that options of market profile chart. And right now, if the number of days is less, the zooming does not work. We would we are looking into it. So like in future release, we would try to have zooming also here. But in the meantime, you can vary the TPO size, and if you want, that could help a bit in y-axis zooming. Yeah, we would be addressing this soon, where we could be able to zoom it here also. So, but yeah, this is options market profile chart. You can see the line chart also either from here, or you can also launch the option specific line chart from here. Again, quite useful charts, especially with the OI spikes plotted. Again, you can also have your straddle triangle chart. So straddle chart, again, we have a quick link where you can directly open the market profile chart for it, or even the line chart for it again. And for strangle, you will have to select two strikes, and then the link appears here at the bottom. And then from there, you can open its market profile chart, and then you can also have its line chart from here. Okay. It takes some time for the straddle and strangle line charts. Okay. Again, a lot of information here. Again, if you were using Mentalite, a lot of this is probably known to you. Along with this, we also have this go back and time type of feature. So if you wanted to see the option chart state at a certain time, you can go back. You can see the data, what the data was back there, and you can also go back a few days to see. And if you wanted to compare like the data now versus the data back then. Moving on quickly to the Greeks chart. Here we have one page for all important and active series data available. So you can see different option prices. Again, you have chart links as well. Again, this would help you to quickly navigate to their charts, and their Greeks information is here. So if you if you have the knowledge of how to use these Greeks in your trading, you can refer to them here. We also have added open interest information so that one page you can refer to a lot of things. Apart from this, Greeks chart is like a future look into features. If you wanted to know the price that could be at an option price which could be at a certain time and date in future, you can do that. So populate LTP just brings the current prices up. So if let's say you're hoping for a gap up on Monday, and you have let's say there is an IV increase also anticipated at a certain time, you can simply click on calculate target and you will see the prices. So this price is what the price is expected to be. It's again a simple volatility based calculation. So it's again an approximate estimate what it could be. And just to take it a step further, we also have feature where you can create custom positions. You can create option spreads. If you want to study, how an option spread can perform in a given market condition, you can have that spread created here. So let's say if you want to see how a strangle buy would do because it's an expanding market, so you can simply add quantity here. You can see its value in real time. So let me reset it first, and then you can probably this, you can save it as with a name. I'll just be this. You can save it as a name. Now you can track its performance as so let's say if you again wanted to see what will happen on Monday at a certain time, you can see its gain or loss. So I did not change this target spot, so it's like it's saying 0. So feel free to use this, experiment with this. Let me know if there are any issues or any questions. But yeah, this is also again a handy feature if you want to kind of paper test your strategies, or just want to see how different strategies perform with expanding market or contracting market. And I guess I'll quickly wrap this up then. Pretty much covered everything. Again, next we have the index table. So I think it's the fourth option from menu. It just gives you an overview of what different elements of the index are doing, how much they're contributing to the index. So you can, again, you have options to sort based on different columns. So you just try these options. You have a few more metadata information here. So just in case they would you wanted to see them. So yeah, that's I guess pretty much about the index table. I'm moving fast just because I know Shai needs a lot of time also. So you have I'll just give a quick talk about a few things we have in line charts. So like Shai will talk in details about the features. So you can have, so this number of days was the user setting feature I was talking about. So by default, it is set to 4, I think, for a new user. You can set it, you can change the setting from user settings menu. Here you can see there is a zooming feature also, and there is actually an auto clubbing feature. Sometimes you will see these charts are 5 minutes time frame. But this is auto grouping that is happening based on how much data is there. If you choose the intra only option, it would be a simple 1 minute chart. So normally intra only option is preferred specifically for the spectrum charts, or so the NTMOI change charts. Again, the IVs charts, again, just to give a quick overview of the features. We have different options here, different types of IV charts. I guess I will talk about them. But here also you can go back in time. You can see what the position was at a certain time. And if you wanted a better feature out of it, you could actually open a market profile page. You can split 2 windows. You can open the same chart. Sorry, you first have to navigate to a line chart. Let's say if you wanted to see a IVs chart. Okay, so we are seeing the same IVs charts. So we just, so I'm just trying to tell you that you can, compare the same data point at 2 different times, side by side, using this option. And here you will see, where the spot was back then and now where the spot is. So just, if you wanted to do some intra analysis on, how the inventory changed throughout the day. And that's pretty much it, I guess, features wise as such. I guess I should hand it over to Shai now, unless he thinks there's something I should also cover as an overview.
Thank you, Suyog.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, for that, I'll just quickly take the screen back and
Okay.
Okay, do you have my screen on now? Yeah. Okay, so I just want to walk you through how best you can use the information which is available in the market profile charts. All right. Just a quick check again. You guys can hear me? I don't know. Okay, in that transfer, between Suyog and myself, did we get the audio connected as well? Can you guys see a blue screen as well as you guys can hear me? If you can just give me a quick hi. Okay, great. All right. So we are looking at the market profile. Thank you, guys. We're looking at that market profile chart right now. Now, as I mentioned, when I started this conversation, there are two things over here. One is understanding the flow of the market, the bias of the market. And the second thing is understanding what the existing inventory in the market is all about. Now, first thing you have to know, how to get your entry right. Okay. Now, for that, you require a market profiles chart, which being a market profile practitioner myself, for 16 years, I could vouch for, but it does not mean, this is the only way of analyzing or interpreting the bias of the market. You can work with whatever works for you. But for me, working with the market profile has given me so much more information to pick out from the charts. Remember, when we're looking at charts, there are two aspects over here. One is definitely, there is a lot of noise in the market. And then, there is voice in the market. We'll get money or we'll monetize, the information from the chart only when we can collect the voice, from the market. So I'll quickly share with you a very important tip, which can give you immediately the bias of the market. And you can get it immediately by understanding, what we call the single prints, the A prints, of the profile. Whenever you see an A print, the market, decides to give you an A print, such as this particular screen over here on the 13th of March, the market, gives you an A print, and it is not surrounded by anybody else or anything else. This is a 95% probability trade of you entering a short call or buying a put wherever, you can on this profile, as far as possible before 10:15, 10:30. If you do that, if you had bought a put, on the 13th of March, your trade, would have been in profit immediately. The market, would not have revised, or gone back to that level again, right? So wherever, you see single prints, A prints, on your profile chart, like this particular chart also on the 3rd of March, the market opened at 9:15 and you see a set of single prints over here, right? Whenever you see this, this is a time for you to buy an ATM or an ITM call. The market is headed up, and that market definitely is going to be somewhere, closing, near the highs. Your call is going to be in profit. Your chances of making loss, with A singles is almost 5%, 95%. Why 95%? It's as good. It's a very powerful method. It's very powerful, but it's not 100% because, there is a 5% probability that the market can reverse. Your stop loss is going to be below these lows and you can buy a call. Today's market also, the reason, I was positive and I tweeted about this early in the morning also, you can see these A singles over here. This was telling you, that buyers were in command, and then, that this market, was headed higher, right? Now, I just wanted to make an important distinction between A singles, which you see there versus A singles, which you see on a profile like this, 27th of March. Now, this is surrounded by another profile, or it is within the other profile. So these A singles are not as powerful. Always remember, there is a special situation with regards to A singles also. The A singles will tell you the bias of the market, provided, they are not surrounded by other profiles, right? So in this case today, you would get a classic buy signal in the market profile charts because this A single is not surrounded by any other singles. Good. Now the whole period of this trade can be intraday till the close, or it could be about 3 to 5 sessions. Don't hold it for more than 5 sessions. And if in between those 5 sessions a Thursday settlement comes, wind up your trade by 2 p.m. of that Thursday. Don't hold it till even 3:30 p.m. Am I clear, guys? This is the simple and simple single way of understanding a bias in the market. You can do intraday, you can do stop loss, you can do a carryover. Your stop loss is going to be below the A singles. Okay, you can carry this position and your stop loss is going to be below these A singles, which were there at 17,290. So most of you, okay, would have lost out on this information. But the reason I'm telling you is that you can utilize this information in the future. Whenever, okay, in the profile chart, something like this appears again, go for it. It is your single best way of monetizing information, right? Now, this is one advantage of a profile chart. There are a number of other ways you can utilize a profile chart. I've covered, okay, most of it. And if you guys, okay, want to be pros in this, you'll have to, okay, put some effort, okay, and understand, okay, the entire things, okay, which are there possible within a market profile. So there are things, okay, called IB extensions, okay, which can give you trades. There are things, okay, called failed auctions, which give you trade. There is things, okay, called HVNs, LVNs, which can give you trades. There are so many things, okay, I can talk about. I've covered, okay, some of them in the e-course. And if you want, okay, more details, okay, on how to monetize information, that is the place, okay, for you all to go through. Right? So this bit about the market profile charts, at least, okay, do not forget, it's your single most important point to understand what is the bias of the market. If you see A singles going up, buy calls or sell puts, okay, below that strike, below the price, okay, at which the A singles opened. Or if you see A singles going down, okay, sell calls, okay, above it, or buy puts, okay, in the money or at the money, preferably in the money. Okay, let's move on. I have some more things, okay, to share with you. The options table. Okay, I want you guys, okay, to have this options table open at all times, okay, on your screen. Now, in this option table, we have stripped off, okay, all the information which you would otherwise, okay, get, let's say, okay, at an NSE site or some, okay, other website. And we've given you market profile data, pure, strong, unadulterated market profile data. And this table comes alive with the addition of open interest. Okay. Now, what I do when I open this chart or when I'm looking at this chart, my eyes are always on this DOI, this screen over here, the DOI and the OI. My eyes are always on this, and I'm looking at this parallel to the max OI and the min OI. Okay. My eyes are on this column, DOI and OI, and I'm looking at it in terms of the max OI and the min OI. Now, if the market is going down, the call open interest will always be hitting the max OI. And you get to see the time also over here where it is. If for some reason the market, okay, stops going down, this open interest, okay, will keep coming down. And you want to see, okay, how much of that position is coming. Now, when I'm looking at this DOI, okay, the DOI is in green, is telling you what is the open interest which was added from 9:15 in the morning today. Okay, and if the market, okay, is gone below or beyond his levels of entry, this DOI in green, okay, will soon, okay, become red. And that is the time, okay, you can know for sure that the bias of the market is changing, right? Same thing, okay, over here on the put side. Okay, today, okay, was a day, okay, where the put open interest, okay, was high. And you can see, okay, all this thing, the DOI, okay, over here, okay, 17,300, 17,200 is on the higher side. So this is in terms of contracts, guys. It's not number of shares. Okay, so when I say 1,18,134, which is the OI at 17,200 PE, there is a setting in user settings, and you can go it in terms of, excuse me, you can do it in number of contracts. Now, when you start to view the market in terms of number of contracts, the clarity of the market is a lot more. That is per me. So I would encourage you, okay, to look at it in terms of shares, because looking at 5 lakhs and 50 lakhs and 1 crore and 2 crores does not make any sense. Those numbers get lost on you, right? But when you're looking at it in terms of 50,000, 100,000, 150,000, okay, suddenly, okay, everything, okay, starts coming together for you, right? So whenever, okay, this figure, okay, is going up above 100,000 contracts, that means, okay, the put side, okay, is strong, and chances of it, okay, coming down are very, very low. Probability, okay, is very, very low. But at the same time, look at the time at which the maximum open interest is generated. Okay. Now, quickly, okay, there's one more chart, okay, which you need to pull out. Let's say, okay, today, 17,000 PE per the market profile chart. was a writer's favorite, right? So you pick up, okay, that 17,000 PE market profile chart. How do I do that? I go to this 17,000 PE, and if you see over here, I can pick up a market profile chart by choosing the top rectangle, or I can pick up the line chart by looking at this rectangle, right? I click on this line chart. I'll open up the 17,000 PE line chart. Now this blue over here was going up all through Wednesday's settlement. The previous weekly settlement was going up. It showed us, okay, that these green bars also will tell you, excuse me, these green bars also will tell you that the market is in the hand of writers. And this morning, from the time the market opened, the market kept on adding open interest, right? So you want to see this blue and this green go up together. Every time, okay, it turns red, there is a little bit of profit booking happening. This lower pin should be open, all right? You can do that, okay, for a near strike also. If you are confident, okay, about your bias in the market, you would see that open interest go up. So this open interest, okay, going up at the open, told you at the open, the buy side was strong and it kept on going. And this is intraday profit booking, which is coming up over here. You see these big green bars, you hover your mouse over there, you'll get to see the number of contracts which are again traded over here. So just the first few bars, okay, you have somebody, okay, doing about 15,000 contracts. Excuse me. 15,000 contracts, then about 18,000 contracts over here, then about another 11,000 contracts. All this is coming, okay, in the very first few minutes of trade, right up to about 9:30. Now this tells you the time is over here. The first half an hour of trade, all these contracts got added. This tells you that the market is being driven by strong players who are interested in the market, okay, going up, right? So just if you're looking for a confirmation bias, you can run up, okay, all of these PE charts, or you can, okay, have the same look, okay, via this OI chart, and you'll see this open interest building through the day. Moving on, Spectrum. Now, Spectrum, guys, okay, is I call it, okay, the jewel in the crown, and it is actually, okay, a strong forward-looking indicator. Okay, it tells you much beforehand where the inventory of the market is changing, right? Now, I made a video about this earlier, and you can check it out, okay, on the YouTube channel, okay, which we have. A lot of us come from price-dominated fields. Okay, so we are looking at everything in the context of price moves. What we're trying to do at Vtrender is trying to show you the market in terms of what the inventory or what the existing traders in the market are already doing. Okay, so you'll have to step away, okay, from what you are thinking in terms of price, including those concepts of support and resistance. Okay, now I've answered a number of questions as to what these blue and red lines are. They can be treated as support and resistance, but don't take them as support and resistance. They are just telling you where the inventory of the market is hitting a max position and where they can change. Right? There's an important distinction over there. This is not something, okay, which is going to be valid, okay, for an entire weekly series or a monthly series. It just tells you that when the market, okay, reaches these blue lines, these players who are already holding existing positions, they have to do something about that positions. So either they hedge, or they close, or they open up a new position over here. And we are not talking about people who are 1 lots or 2 lots or 10 lots or 20 lots. These are massive, huge positions. Remember, okay, I told you, okay, it's about a 40,000 crore per day industry. Okay, so these are big positions, okay, which are coming in. And when they change, they tell you a lot about what they expect the market to do next, right? So early on the 29th, right, okay, before the close, 15 minutes before the close, okay, the spectrum for the current week suddenly, okay, moved up to about 17,400. Now, this was telling something. The people in the market were prepared, okay, for a move higher, right? And the lower one was steady. So ideally, what I'd like to see, this, if it goes from 17,000 to about 17,200, it tells me that the market is expecting bullish activity. But the 17,400, okay, moved up to about 17,500, and it stayed steady. So for the moment, okay, the market is not expecting a move above 17,500. Now, these are spot levels. Okay, it's mentioned over here. It's spot level. So 17,500 is what you would be looking at as immediate upside. And this is for this current weekly settlement. Okay, I'm not talking about the entire April series at all. This is for the current weekly settlement. And the market is expecting 17,200 to hold. Now, if for some reason the market, okay, comes closer to 17,200. Watch these blue lines again. Okay, if they drop down, the market is adjusting inventory. Okay, the market players are adjusting inventory and chances of the market going down have increased. The only reason they will adjust inventory is if they see a market wanting to go down. Otherwise, they will not adjust. Even if price, okay, goes over here and this does not change, the market, okay, can bounce back because players have not adjusted inventory, right? So just, okay, when you're looking at these spectrum charts, understand, okay, this is an inventory chart. This is a chart of existing holdings of the market and adjust accordingly. The yellow over here, let me just take out those blues. Okay, the yellow over here is the intraday. Okay, so if you get an upward sloping yellow line, this is the position, the inventory position moving intraday. Okay, so we've taken out all that information, okay, which is there till about Thursday, and we focus on what the market wants to do before 3:30. So the minute, okay, you see this yellow line sloping up, the market, okay, is already getting inventory adjusted for a move up, and you align your positions accordingly, right? And the lower one remained flat, okay, at about 17,100 odd levels, which meant, okay, that the market, okay, was looking at this as a potential support, right? So this is spectrum. This is the jewel in the crown, and it is a very forward-looking indicator. But I wanted to understand the full crown, okay, not just the jewel. Nifty open interest chain charts. These are basic. I think, okay, all of you are very familiar, okay, with how to use them. Okay, and I mentioned this, okay, in a video as well. So if I'm looking at the put side open interest and the call side open interest, okay, I would encourage you not to look at this closely on a Friday, Monday, Tuesday, but pay careful attention to this on Wednesday or Thursday, because the chances of you to monetize, okay, this information from this particular chart is huge on a Wednesday and a Thursday. Okay, so what I look for is if the market is going up, the put side, the purple, has to slope up, and if the market, okay, is going down, this will slope down even further. On a Friday and a Monday, this is not going to happen because writers do not fold positions. Okay, on a Friday and a Monday, this may not happen that much because writers do not fold positions. But on a Wednesday or a Thursday, the put open interest will be sloping up at a 45 degrees, and the call open would be sloping down on a 45 degrees lower if the market is going up, and vice versa. So see that deviation, one going up and one going down, and you're assured of a good, strong trade in the market. This is the open interest chart. This is the near the money open interest chart. So again, I like to focus, okay, on the immediate day, 1 day, and near the money, okay, self-explanatory, okay, it tells you exactly, okay, the same thing as all the options, but gives you a clearer idea about what the immediate move is going to be. Again, this is going to work wonders on a Wednesday and a Thursday. Keep this chart open. The minute open interest changes, okay, according to the bias of the open interest, you can adjust your positions, right? Historical volatility charts. I posted, okay, a chart of this early in the morning on my Twitter handle. And I'd like you guys, okay, to go through this. This is not immediate data in the sense it's not intraday data, but as traders, okay, who take option positions, and especially if we carry them, this is a very important chart, okay, and it tells you a lot about how you should carry, or why you should carry, or why you should not carry positions. So across here, if the drop down, you get something called a C2C average, which is a close to close or a close to open. Now, the minute, okay, you plot this close to open and say, okay, you were in a period of between December to about February, and you see the C2O going up, you should not carry heavy positions the next day. Excuse me, guys. You should not carry heavy positions the next day because the volatility, okay, could be up, down. The open and the close are not in sync. The open and the close are not in sync, right? So you should make sure, okay, that the ATR, the bottom line level also, the 5 ATR, etc., is the same. And if it's sloping down like this, even in this pane, if it is sloping down, yes, okay, the market is aligned, okay, between the close and the open, and you can take positions accordingly, right? So always be careful, okay, keep this chart handy. It is a historical volatility chart, but it is sloping up like this, okay? You should not be in a position to carry positions. You should not carry positions at all when the volatility is on the rise, or be very careful if you're carrying positions. Sorry about the cough, guys. Okay, I'm just carrying a small cough, okay, from yesterday. So just coming in, okay, as I'm speaking. So back to the open interest. All of you are familiar, okay, with this. This is the positioning of the market. Okay, you can check, okay, the positioning of the market from the open. And this is, okay, where it was, okay, when we opened the market today. So 1,50,000 contracts were there again, against about 1,14,000 CE contracts at about 17,000. So predominantly the P side, okay, was strong because we saw the build up coming on Wednesday, right? And at the close today, the P open interest was there, the call open interest, okay, had dropped, okay, and you can monitor this every half an hour, what is changing. So if you see consistency in the change, the P side is not there, you can continue holding, and you can see 17,100, 17,200 was adding as the day progress. Right? So you can see this OI slit, and you can also see this OI change. So the difference is this tells you, okay, what is the net added from 9:15 in the morning. So even for a day like today, the P side is much more stronger, okay, than anything, okay, on the call side, even at the out of the money. So this tells you that the put writers were again very dominant today. Right? It's a simple way of knowing. So the 17,000 call open interest, okay, dropped down by about 60,000 contracts today, 58,000, 17,050, 17,100 also, okay, came down. And this is, okay, what the net result was. Okay, what I do is, I keep this open via the line charts. So you go back, okay, and you have these things open, and you can go through this menu over here, okay, right below, and you can choose OI Viz over here, okay, and again, okay, you'll choose the same thing, OI Viz over here. And one, okay, you can keep it as OI split, and one you can keep it as OI change split. Right now you are seeing the net open interest of the entire series against, okay, what is happening today. So this picture by itself tells you that today, okay, the bias of the market, okay, was changing, and put writers, okay, were dominant. So both of these images, okay, together, very powerful, and you can have a very strong view about what you expect, okay, the market, okay, to do next. Now there are a number of other things, okay, you can do with these charts. The weekend is coming up. I want you guys, okay, to explore, okay, what is there in these charts. Like I said, okay, we stripped out all the information, okay, which we thought, okay, was unnecessary, and which were added, okay, by a lot of, okay, other people, simply, okay, to have some charts up, etc. But our point of view in doing what we do at Vtcharts is to give you information, okay, which is monetizable, which you can convert into money. And for that, okay, you'll have to put effort in understanding and making sure, okay, that you get to know, okay, what the information is saying to you. Like I said, the entire charting experience is about voice and noise. The faster, okay, you eliminate noise, okay, from charts and focus on the voice, more is the money you're gonna be making out of these charts. Right? So I hope, okay, this was useful to all of you, and you can, okay, carry this forward. We are open, okay, at charts@vtrender.com for your questions and your views. I know all of you have gathered in here today to get better at the business of trading. And I really like to appreciate, okay, that for the kind of efforts, okay, some of you have really putting in. But remember, we are here, okay, for you. Okay, we are a team. We are working together. I try my best, okay, to explain, okay, what we see the market as possibly doing. And you and I, okay, together, working together, okay, we can, okay, make sense, okay, of all that is, okay, available outside, and push the matter forward, okay, and we can monetize, okay, what the markets are telling us, the information which the markets can giving us, right? So with that, I would like to, okay, give this session close right now, and we'll take questions. We'll take a few questions over here, but it's near 5:30 and I don't want to keep you guys waiting for a long time. So if you have any questions, okay, please address them to us in the chat. Otherwise, okay, you can also email us at charts@vtrender.com. Any questions, guys? Yes, sir. There will be a recording of this, and if you're registered, okay, on the website, you should be getting a recording of this. All right, guys. So I'll call the session to a close, and I want to thank you all, okay, for being here and listening to what we had to say. Just keep that information two-way and moving. Remember, okay, we always say this: the door should be open at two ends. Our door is open for you, but you have to make sure, okay, that the door is open at your end also, so we can collectively, okay, march this forward. Thank you for listening in, and we'll check back again with you next time. Thank you, guys.